where aliens live. What do you think about that? I'm crazy. Is it that, or you just don't know anything? What would be more likely? You actually knew something different than all other 8 billion people, or do you know the same exact thing they do and I actually am onto something? What do you think, without seeing my 1,300 documentaries, what would you think the answer would be? Oh, it's an iguana. Hey, buddy. I want to slow down so he doesn't move, but I'm just going to have to let it pass. What the? Oh, there are a bunch of lizards. Hey, buddy. Oh, no. He was big, so that's exciting. Getting a big one, right? So there was a green one here. Sorry if the footage wasn't good enough. I was coming in too fast, and then this hit me, and then I was too zoomed, but I think just enough we got him. Sorry, it wasn't better. I'm trying. I want to slow down so he doesn't move, but I'm just gonna have to let it crash. What the? Oh, there are a bunch of lizards. Hey, buddy. Oh no. Trying to get that footage better, so you can really appreciate that. I was in, oh, we got it on the GoPro, maybe. A little bit, right? This is just, since I'm here, I want to just look. Because this is, it's really good, you guys. It's all. Tridents behind there, like they're all laying on the beach, so hopefully there's something new going on out there. See that? So let's go down to where they are. I'm gonna go down to where I boarded the actual land, and they were just right there. And I might not do it today. I just want to check it out when I'll get some zooms in today. I know I'm the only one that's ever found these guys. There's no way. This is just too new. Oh, they built a new osprey nest in there. I think that's honestly the biggest reason for the trespassing. Is not that people would, it's just that there's like an osprey sanctuary in there. They're everywhere. We should see one come out. I saw the biggest one I've seen yet, just canoeing down the canal. Oh, so you guys, it's changed quite a bit here. This was all, I couldn't even get in on this beach. Over here, it was all, I got like red stuff all over me. It's called red tide. Have you guys heard of that? Oh, it's much further in. Okay, so it's either high tide or things have changed a bit. The beach is much different. Oh. See, you guys, now we're going to start to see things like placed. We're going to start to see tridents. We're going to start to see X's. I hope. Remember, you guys, I do a lot of work. These aren't my groundbreaking videos. Like, maybe this is like what this was last year, but my thing is the forest, high elevation Colorado. I'm limited to half the year up there, so it's the best of the best, and it takes the other half of the year to catch up, to help people, to do breakdowns. I could have uploaded 50 videos in the last 2 weeks, but since no one's watching them, why I can't go through that. I have got to make some income, so I've been working on Facebook. I'm only telling you because people ask me, and I'm just trying to update you, and mostly because of the most amazing people in the world that help me. And you guys, I really need some more members so we can get this done this summer. Here we go. I'm going to turn this like this. I'm telling you, we'll get timestamps. I promise. I can't promise you, but I could. Almost. Oh, look at the leaners. It's the same. Oh my God. I got to get in there. Oh, something's big over there. There's something big in the water to our right. If he comes up again, I'll show you. So I go in right here. This is where you go in, right here. Where I got it was all right on the other side of that bank, and it's all side, like tridents that have been leaned up in the air, like they're on their side up in the air, and they were all around, big X's. And what you're seeing is a gigantic, I don't know if you can see it, but the camera's looking right at it. It's a gigantic boulder. Every single thing I find in the middle of where they are, I find here. The same exact thing, a giant boulder that's all decorated with sticks. Tough to see, but there's a boulder the size of a small house behind that X. I'll show it to you when I give you more footage in time. With an X and a trident next to it, with like placed. Don't worry, I'm going to show this all to you before I leave. With placed rocks all over the place, like sitting on top of things, wedged in, like rocks wedged into branches, like in the tree, things like that. I see a new bend here that they did. You're going to see it in a minute. Hold on. It's on the chair, so it should be okay. We should get timestamps here, you guys. Oh, there's some new trident sticking out. I don't know if you just saw that. It's a leaning out, and it's sticking out into the sky here, and it's a trident. The one thing about this kayak is it's bright orange. So when I am going in there, regardless of consequences, so I'm just gonna have to pray for the best. That's a whole, do you see that right there? That's an entire spiderweb jungle gym. It's impossible to be there. It's not possible. I don't think that was there last year. It's a jungle gym, you guys. Look at the trident on the beach here. You're going to see it in a second. You should see it. There's a trident leaning right there. They put that there sideways. It looks just like it came out of Colorado. What a spot, That's why I know these guys are special. You can't be here unless you're one of their badasses. They were all pretending to be plants, and then the Bigfoot type being was to my left in one of the trees once I had walked up. Like, you think these guys would ever do what they do in Colorado to me? I mean, I'd be mind blown if something whistled in there. I really would just freak out. I'd be so happy. I'm seeing a ton of garbage, which is not a surprise, but see, I think if the camera's looking at it, that stuff definitely wasn't there last year. It's like new washed up garbage. So quite the change on the beach, right? Like from just because of water and tides and storms and stuff. That's cool. there's a kid that came in real close on a ski, and he thinks I'm like the owner. I watched him go out making no wake here. Can you see him? Yeah. And then he was like, he got scared because I came out of the bushes, and he was like, oh no. He literally just looked back, and he was going up over to here, and then he saw me, and then thought he got panicked. When he doesn't realize I'm trying to do the same thing. Sage. Just checking, just exploring. So this is the furthest I've ever been. Let's keep going. So I definitely want to do I don't want to jump, like make a next. That spot, which I do in Colorado all the time, and then like a month later I find right next to it is way better. So let's do that. And it's towards the end of the day, and I think it might rain over there. I'm not sure, I didn't check the weather, and I don't really care, but I really just want to get some initial footage here. You know, one of the big, you know, things is, do I put this up? You know, people hear about me, they're like, this is the Bigfoot guy? Like, because I do stuff like this, I have to, you know, because there's a lot to this, you know, we have a lot to talk about, and what happened was, you guys, I only put up the footage in the beginning, right? It was just what I was doing, like the exploration and what happened. Not the exploration, but yeah, like not the exploring before, but when I really knew I was going in somewhere, then I would film it, and I wouldn't film the exploring. And then everyone told me that my exploring, just when I'm walking around exploring, what they want that was better, actually. So they really wanted me just to film nothing. Like, so as I'm doing it, like, just take us with you when you're trying to see stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. And it's more than my pleasure. But you know, a lot of people are just not intuitive enough to understand what they're learning. You know? See those trees? Look. I'll zoom in if I have to on the PC. Look at all the palm trees. They're all like crazy. Look. These are all the same. They lean a perfect way and they go straight up. Lean, straight up. Lean, straight up. It's like they got pushed. Oh, maybe a storm. It could have been wind, you guys. Some crazy storm came in. I'm not saying it's them, but it does kind of look like it. Trident. See the main trees of Trident. I think in common sense here is pretty explainable. There's some crazy wind came. The only thing is, the only thing getting me here, hold on a second. I'll show you the kayak too. Nice one. Got this back seats and everything. I mean, like the backing for your back, is that they're exactly the same. Look at that. Can you see it? They are literally on the same pitch. Like exactly the same pitch. You can see there's a transit set up over there, so there's looks like Ah, that's wetter than I needed to get. You guys, the water's beautiful. It's got to be, you could look it up on Islamorada, but it's, if I had to guess, I'd say it's at least 70. There's no shock at all by going in. I think that's one of, let me get my camera. I think I see one in chloroform. Hold on a second. Why is that so bizarre? I was on the GoPro and I saw that, and it reminded me of some of the guys that were, when I caught them all together with their blatant like Star Trek tech. And I looked over there and it looked like almost like the same type of head. Hold on, sorry about that. Shouldn't have a problem. I just want to get close. I don't want to. I'm not saying that it is anything, but it's very weird looking. Look at that, you guys. I can see with my eyes. That's what made me zoom over. They become what you think is a leaf or a branch, and it's not. It's John Guy. Listen, you guys have to understand. You don't have to believe me. I have filmed it 1,000 times, okay? And then I have hundreds of people. I have the biggest team in the world. We have a 15. I mean, it's unbelievable, okay? They filmed the same exact thing. John Guy is blowing it out of the water the last couple of days. I mean, he filmed them all. They're all like black ones sitting under X's, just sitting there looking at them. Stuff that you're not going to see because you've been denying this the whole time, and you've been calling people crazy, and the whole time it was you. Isn't that amazing? You're out belittling people on the internet, and it turned out that you were the one that was the psycho. What do you think about that? Am I calling you names? No, not at all. I'm just talking. If I say those words, you guys, you have to understand, it really is out of love. I'm telling you, that's Squatchville, you guys. It's the wind. Really? Because how could it be exactly the same? You're telling me if Hurricane Andrew came through here, they blew every one of those trees exactly? Now, where I have filmed aliens before with their technology, don't forget, okay, a lot of people forget to take in the details. It's amazing. With tridents. There's more tridents on that island than I have at some of my places. But it's unfortunately where these owners don't want me to go. So we're getting in there. This is a little preliminary just to show you. This is unusual to me. At first I was like, oh, it was probably a gigantic wind. They all stayed and then they started growing back towards the sun. But there's no way that they ended up in exactly the same pitch. I believe that pitch is just too much of a language. I think that they're literally telling you something there. And then leaner, okay? There's no way that thing is leaning like that. And then there's a trident next to it. There's sticks everywhere. There's a giant boulder back in there, that's what I want to go to, like tomorrow maybe, or at nighttime. And on the boulder, there's all kinds of stuff that I could see. Hold on. I'm going to do one more zoom on this thing. I can't go up there. Well, unless I'm going to break the law. I want to do it where the guy can't see me. What is that? Why is there a stick going up to his nose? Remember, there's things with them that we don't know. Like, so you can't be like, no, that's nothing. Because this is Bigfoot's island. He has like 1 billion friends, and you're going to say that's nothing? I got to get you away from it. I've got to make it so you're not completely DUMB, okay? I really have to, as far as the Earth goes. Remember, you're smarter than me. When I call you someone stupid, which I really don't, it's really hypothetical. I've never, ever called that one person stupid in my life. It's like a hypothetical, you know? People get offended for the hypothetical person. It shows how low, you know, how low of a bar. What it shows our thinking is just been erased. Your thinking is like, I should say our thinking is like, in some cases, very immature. Like we're just not processing in a full spectrum. You know what I mean? It's very crazy that those are all exactly the same pitch. All through the whole back where the wind probably didn't hit. Some of them are, these weren't, no, they're the same. And it happened at the same time. You know why? Because of the way they all turn towards the sun. I think that's a design that we wouldn't think. We see a lot of it we won't notice. You know what I mean? They do it, you're not going to notice it. This thing almost got away. I wasn't looking. As soon as I let go, it just gets sucked right out. There's definitely sharks here. I don't believe any that would really eat you, but a lot of sea turtles right here. I want to get you a sea turtle, like get them up close to the boat. Mostly smaller sharks in the Keys back in here. I've been out here. I spent a week on a houseboat out here. I was spent Hurricane Andrew against one of those islands. They came out to try to save us, and it was too late, and we had to go against the island. Waves were coming right through the houseboat, like 5 feet deep in the houseboat. We almost didn't make it. And then I came back in the morning. We had to go for it, and I came back and docked a real square, huge houseboat in the wind. And the owner was blown away. He was like, he really thought, because I am bragging. I have really, I grew up on boats. I know the wind. I know I can dock a boat. I don't care how big it is. The first time, every single time, right? I've had boats in slips my whole life until I did Colorado Bigfoot. And I got it in so perfect, I was shocked with that amount of wind. And the owner came out, he hugged me. He was like, I cannot believe. I was like, I can't either. That was really good that I did that. So well, I was just bragging a little bit. That was when I was, I was a kid. I was not, now I'm a wuss, but I was good at stuff, I'm not as good as I once was. Over now. There's a box here. Oh, it's open. What is it? I could put the GoPro in, but I don't think it's exciting enough. Oh, wow. Hold on a second. There is stuff in there. What is going on here? It's like a grate, but it might just be rocks in there. Let's see. All right, first test with the GoPro. I hope I don't destroy it. Is it on? Let's see what that is. That's all I could do because of the wind. I'm curious to see what's in there. What if it was gold? That would be cool, right? Now let me just say something. I don't know what that was. I couldn't see it. Successful GoPro underwater. I just want to say it again. There's no secret here. I could never, if I found something like valuable, I don't care if it was worth whatever it was worth. I wouldn't be like, oh, you can't tell anybody. Because the first thing I'm doing is I don't care what it is. I'm selling it, and every single person, like say it was $1 million. I'm buying a new truck, not even expensive, but a new truck. I'm gonna take the 50 grand, 100 grand, put it in the bank, and then I'm taking $850,000 and I'm going to divide it up between every single person that's ever helped me. Now, hopefully it was 2 million or 3, because that way I'm just gonna do the same thing. Each million, wouldn't mind keeping a little bit, like a little savings, but I just want to thank everybody. It's my way of saying, I told you I'm not doing this to make money. I stood in front of all these aliens, and what else was I going to do? I'm finding all these X's and tridents, and they're putting crazy things in my head about God, and so of course I was going to do. And people are the ones that said, "Mark, you should keep doing this." I was like, how? Because I did it by I used 40 grand of my own money. I would not accept a dollar from anybody until I used it was 30 grand. That's all I had left. I had like 30 grand, which is a lot of money, guys. And I used every dollar before, and then people were like, "Mark, we'll help you. Like, don't quit." So here I am, and we're about to face the best summer that's ever been filmed in the history of the world. All for just us. I got tunes on. So I do know where that is. I'll find that if I see the GoPro. I think it's just must be rocks, right? But how did the rocks get in there? I couldn't see. I mean, there's gold. There's a chest of gold somewhere unfound in the Keys, just because of pirates and stuff. You're gonna get to see some people. They're coming in close too. You guys gotta see the structure. I'm gonna turn it. I might not be able to show it to you because of these guys, but they're just fishing. Yeah, see, it's the pine trees, guys. That's what it is, I'm telling you. The best is in the pines at my house, too. It's all tridents, guys. So look, ultimately, I can give you my word of honor that they're the ultimate structures. I think it's something we all know, but they are in the pine trees. It's always the pines, if possible. If not possible, they make do. But they love the combination. So and as soon as a pine tree forest starts turning into like an aspen forest, they love to show you or show them, like they show each other. So the aspens and regular trees get them too, but I'm telling you guys, I'm around pines, I go away, and you always come back to the pine trees, and there they are. It's something to do with the wood, it conducts or something. It's straight wood, they can make their structures. I believe it's conducting energy. But I don't know if that's the whole, if that's all of it or not. We'll get in there. Remember, this is just a look around, a little sightseeing tour. So what I'll do is, you probably won't hear me talking here. I'll probably say it on the video, say, hey, look, I'm just running my mouth endlessly. So if you want to see this, please look for timestamps, and I'll put like some music against it or something. Just to spare you the Mark Abel voice. It's right there. This is where we're going, right here. Like another 10 feet is where I went in. They were right there. I don't know what to, like, if they knew I would do that. I think it doesn't ever happen, because of the warnings. Like this Diamondback security, and like you feel like you're gonna get like electrocuted if you step there. And that's why I think I got them so close. Leaning trident, new one for sure. I'm not seeing I see a shoe, a flip-flop. I I see a coconut. I can't see that the ridge blocks your view from the ground. So I just got to walk up here a little bit. Let me take my music off. I gotta tell you, I might be able to get a look in there right now. You know what I could say? If I pulled up, I'd be like, man, I'm so sorry, but as I was going by, I saw this garbage, and I just wanted to get it off your property. I was gonna sneak on there, just to clean it up for you. You know, what would he say? You know what I mean? Why not? I don't lie, but like in a situation, sometimes you just got to tell people, like in that situation, tell someone what they need to hear. So is that a lie? For the greater good. There's a bunch of bobbers in there. It's funny how the bobbers all found the same spot. There's a bunch of bobbers. All right, enough's enough. Let's get out of here. We're highly illegal right now. And there's like some big houses that can see me, like sort of. I don't think it matters, but these guys all know each other down here. This guy's been here for like 40 years. So the locals all know each other. Like if you grew up down here, they know each other. Like the firemen and all that. All right, let's timestamp it. Now I want to go down and have a chance because I was by a boat. I want to go find out what happened to the merman. Remember I did it to OPP? What was it, OPP? Yeah, it just worked out. They dug a cave into the sand down there. You guys, you should have seen it. I'm gonna show you. I'll have to find the footage. No, I have the footage with me, I think. I brought my hard drive, one of my hard drives in there. And it was a perfect cave like the Flintstones, right down there in that sand. And then you can tell the... Hey you guys, look, I just barely did this yet, and it's this good. Wait till I get back. I'm gonna have some really groundbreaking stuff for you guys. They're just waiting for me. It's like, they can't jump into your arms, but they'll be on the camera really, really well. This is high resolution 4K. There's not much the common folk can say. Speaking of them, you may want to underline common. No, I'm just kidding. Look, it's you'd be surprised how many times someone heard that and they were like, "Is he talking about me?" And then they start watching and then they become the best person in the world. You just got to snap out of what you think you know, which is the same thing as everyone else, you guys. Okay, exactly what you're supposed to. Nothing. You just have to be honest with yourself. So this is what you do. You think, process, and then you'll see you have no answers to anything. You start to, your brain needs it, so you'll start to be like, oh, well, that makes sense. I believe that. Well, that's logical. I believe that. So do you see the path that you're on? You're only accepting things that are logical. And this way you will not accomplish anything. You will literally be lost in the same world you have been your whole life. And our world's awesome, but it's incredible to be able to step over to the other side. You guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to make just a small video with just the merman cave. And I'll show you them. And it's just insane. It hasn't changed at all. In fact, nothing has moved. There's a crashing wind and waves against this, and it has not moved. The sticks are exactly the same. He still has his stick figure there. He tells you that he's there. And he cleans it. He's put new tridents. Wait till you see. I'm just going to make a 5-10 minute video of just that. And then you guys can just dominate. And all I do is what I do. So I'm spending all the time I can with my parents. Welcome, you guys. You're going to like this. Don't skip. Just watch. Wait for the timestamps. They're just standing right there in 4K. Okay? Now, I'm just showing you this. Bear with the audio. My phone is soaking wet. I didn't know. So it's fixed now. But this is the audio's just a little gurgled for this first few minutes. And then everything goes to flawless, high resolution 4K. But I just wanted to show you I just wanted to put it in first when I actually breached the land, just real quick, because man, are they really telling you now you can't go here? So I have to. I mean, let me just show you a little bit of it. So I'm going to put the audio up. If you really want, what I'm saying is not important, but if you really want to hear, I think you can hear. I was so taken with these guys that I'm not sure, but it sounds like it's irrelevant, but it sounds like it wasn't water that it was, because it was sitting in water, but I don't think it affected my mic. It was actually that my headset was plugged in, I think, and I'm like dragging it on the ground, and the microphone's like 5 feet away on the ground. I got to make sure my kayak's not one. Oh, here, look. It's literally an inside blind with seats. I got bare feet. It's stabbing me. It's got an inside. I'll be back to earth. I just want to give you enough to go with that video. That's what I got to do. It's my job. This guy lives over a mile on this property from me. I'm not trying to intrude. I don't want to. I will get some garbage. How about that? Look at this. Look how clean it is. What did I tell you guys about how they clean up? There. This is just simply a great idea. I mean, a great example of how they do this. You can see the tree, but the tree stump ends about at the tree that's growing, and there's nothing black in this ground here, guys. If you were to dig through these pine needles, it's all sand and rock. There's nothing black, but they are taught to go to the end of these stumps. It's where the proper energy is being created. So I thought this was a great timestamp. You can't see exactly, but it's them. I can see this guy real well. I don't think once it's uploaded, you're going to be able to see it perfectly, but. So look, we're going to go right into the water. You guys, big giant iguanas and them. Wait till you see this island from my GoPro. I really feel like I had the GoPro going forward with me. Like it looked like I was filming like my direction, but I had it aimed at the island and I was picking things up. You guys, it's high res 4K. I got them. It's right on the other side of all that. But I don't think I wedged the kayak. My GoPro's right there. I'll get it, but I don't, you get a little nervous if you got to swim like a half a mile to get it. Because you got to splash a lot. Let me just check on it. This is interesting. I mean, another possibility here, but it's a little bit unusual because you would think they'd be spread all over. Would that maybe a wave brought them in or something? But how could a wave bring in that many coconuts at one time? You can. That's all you need. Remember, you're human. This is the most blatant thing that's ever existed, but since you need to be hit in the head with a baseball bat practically for anything to sink in, right? They go for their walks or at night. Everything I'm doing is just out there. I'm not on vacation. I'm here to spend time with my parents. I mean, yeah, I'm going to jump in the pool, but my focus is always out there. I love you. Over now. You guys, you got to see this. This is right past that trident I just showed you, right? Watch. So here's where you know that they're out there. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to question that they stay here for a view. And, it's so amazingly strategic that there's really no way to ever be seen here, even if as a person. You could stand there and wave your arms the rest of your life and no one's going to see you. Ever. It's impossible. And then what I really got what was amazing as I turned is I noticed this trail. It's incredibly squared off. Holy moly. This is why I'm going the wrong way. I can't go back either. I'm gonna have to find a way out. It's gonna be dangerous, I have a feeling. Whoa. I know there's a giant structure I didn't show you right there. I know you didn't hear that. Because I know this camera. There's a tremendous tree break behind me as I was talking. That was really good. Look at this, you guys. I got to do it fast. So do your own little... I mean, that is really good. I thought that was funny. When I found those two tridents, I'm like, I don't know, Diesel. Because I've been really blown away by Diesel's structures lately. I'll credit Melissa with it. It must be Melissa's fault. Diesel couldn't have done it, so it's probably Melissa's. She's probably finding them all. Good job, Melissa. Cecil didn't do anything, let's be honest. It's all you. He's so mad right now. What do you mean? She doesn't know anything. I did it all. She does that now. Wow. You guys got to see what's in there. I'm going to cry. Seriously, you guys, can you see that? I don't know if you can see. I can't stop. I'm going to be in this in the pitch dark, withdrawing from nicotine. Oh, no wonder. See, it gets worse and worse. I got to go in here. Can I do it, though? See, I'm worried about down there. I just let go of it and caught it. I don't care if it's there. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not afraid. So I'll go right. If I have that, like, I'll fight a shark. I'm just not out there. I'm scared to death. Like, to just do a backstroke. But like in here, I'll swim here all day long. There's nothing here that can hurt you. That we're going on. There is small sharks. So maybe you get like a shark with, that's pissed off. Maybe he gets you. Because look, if a small shark really did attack you, it's very rare. I mean, I've seen guys, when they're feeding them off the piers, jump in with all those sharks. And the sharks, sometimes by accident, they brush them, but they usually avoid you. So it's rare to get a small shark attacking you. Like in this situation here. I see a beer can. Let me get some speed. I don't think there's anything. I just want to give you a look underwater. It doesn't seem very interesting. My cove is like kind of the same thing. This is what my cove looks like, and it's just boring. There is fish in there, but it's nothing. Basically, the Keys is all like this. It's not deep. You can be out there and be in 5 feet of water. I was thinking about maybe going to that island. It's much further than. Can you see it on the GoPro? I don't know. Maybe you can't. I'm thinking about going out there. The problem is the winds can pick up dramatically. If you go out there, this is a big boat, you really should have 2 people. Because if you get a 40-mile-an-hour wind, you won't be able to row this back. Like, it just won't happen. This thing blows all over the place without 2 people in it. It's a really big one. It's a tandem. I like it. I mean, you can be in like a smaller two one, but this one is very secure. So I'm happy for my mom that my mom and dad can go out. Or I'll take my mom out for a ride. I don't know if you can see it, but they're now being over here. Their structures are so blatant to me, like the one in front of the Merman place. Those are baby game fish. What kind of game fish are they? I think that's a way to get good. Like what I want when I'm trying to get you is not fish. I'm trying to get you, because you could go online and you could look at any fish you want. I'm trying to get a really cool, like, unique turtle. Like, I got a big iguana. I was happy with that. Something cool to show you. I'm visiting my parents here. I can't blow the lid off a Bigfoot. I'm doing the best I can. All I do is work. I'm not on vacation. Well, it's not mentally. Like, I'm fully engaged in what I do. I'm communication with everyone. John's like, oh, I didn't want to send you. But John, send me all the videos. Are you kidding me? All I want to do is what I do. I'm just here to spend time with my family. That's it. I would never be on a vacation if no one existed but me. So I just want to, get that. They're in their 80s. My mom's just about to turn 80. My dad's 82. I just want to I don't want to miss any time with them. Do you know my mom was sitting here and she rebooked the house for next year. So who wants to meet me? You guys, it goes so fast. You have time. You have 1 year. Okay? Who's going to meet me down here? Let's just, forget about what I do. I mean, I'll take you over to the island if you want, but let's go out and, have a good time. Who wants to be my friend for a night and just go out and, not get wasted, but we'll go to the bar, we'll get wings, we'll just go hang out, have a good time.